Hello and welcome to the W.B. Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com. I'm Jim Sheehan, joined today by the head field hockey coach of the Hofstra Pride, Kathy Angelis. And Coach, welcome. It's another season.
Yep, great to be back, and I can't believe it's been a year, but excited to be back.
All right, let's jump right to it. Let's look back on 2016. The team got off to a great start and finished up the season 9-10 overall. But after that, lose 10 seniors to graduation and a lot of key seniors too.
Right.
Tell us how you replaced those seniors.
Well, it's been several years in the making for this, and we've been preparing for this class for a long time. I think we did a great job in the recruiting process with myself and the staff to do our best to, we want to say, retool. But
reload, yeah.
Reload, retool, reload. And we believe we did that. Certainly we have huge shoes to fill with this class that graduated, in a very decorated class. And you know, that's not easy to do and to make replacements. But so far it's going really well. I think the biggest transition and all that we have to make is really trying to gel the returning team with the incomers and get that to become one team.
Yeah, you beat me to the punch. We got 12 returnees. Although you lost 10 players last year, including 7 starters, you got 12 returnees coming back who have seen a lot of time. And now you have a second team of 11 newcomers.
Yeah.
How are you melding these two teams together right now?
Well, daily. Daily. You know, it's going to be a process, and we're really trying to focus on the little things each day that really can impact your team becoming one. And we've got a lot of work to do on that. I will credit the returners because they're such a great group of people, great character, and they have just open arms to this incoming class. And I think that's made the class made it an easier transition. They're a very humble group, the returners, and you know, you don't have like a lot of I would say like that type of overbearing kind of ego that you sometimes will see when you get a young class coming in, and that happens at this Division I level. But they're just such a great group of individuals, and you know, we're becoming one every day. Okay,
let's look at the team a little bit. The 2017 team. Let's start in the back in the goal. Recently, you just named the captains, and the team captain is Kara Swan, senior goalie. The vice captains Marluz Skavamaka and Madison Reed, junior. Let's start with in goal first with Kara Swan. Last year, struggling with injuries a little bit. Only played half the season. What are you looking for from Karis this year?
Right. Well, you know, yes, she played half the season, and a lot had, you know, we had injuries that went into that too, and our starting goalkeeper Lauren Saltis had a great second half of the year, and you know, she ended up getting the start, and so in that being said, Karis had lots of minutes previous to that, and she also was a starting keeper the year before. So overall in Karis's career, she has been given significant playing time and a lot of minutes, and I think this experience, we just need to get that type of experience in her mind, and again, she came in with a great mindset. I couldn't ask for a better mindset from her, and you know, I think right now, although there's then, you know, we're dealing with some injuries right now, she's really, I think she's going to have a breakout year, and she came back and first of all had a great spring season, really worked hard on her fitness and explosion in her tactical game, and you can just see the improvement. It's been a vast improvement, and this summer she came in fitter than I have ever seen her, and she played a lot of hockey, everything we really want to see happen, so it's not lost over the summer period. And she has prepared herself, I think, the best she possibly can. And so I know she's got some high, lofty goals to have a great year, and I know she's going
to. Lauren Saltis last year had a 2.50 goals against average. Basically the same goals against average that Karis had the first 2 seasons. So we're looking for her to return to that kind of level.
Yeah, she definitely can do that. And we again, you know, the backfield, as we wanted to talk about next.
Sure, move forward, absolutely.
After the goalkeeper, onto the backfield. We have a loss of two starting players back there, Carissa Whitmer and Jill Kirkpatrick. And so we're working to try to fill those voids right now. In that left back position, though, Savannah Malloy was a constant, and she battled back-to-back ACLs earlier in her career. She didn't get a lot of minutes, and was fighting for minutes over time. And last year, she finally got into the plan and had some great sparks. She's gotten a start. She is well prepared to get a start this year, and hopefully we'll have her sustain that. But she's really doing great. And a freshman that we have in the backfield, Frankie O'Brien, right now has at this point solidified the starting center back role, and it's a big role for her. But she comes in with a lot of great experience, playing at a top high school in Philadelphia area, playing for one of the top club teams in the nation, and also just being such having that type of presence. And she's ready. She's game ready right now. She's still a freshman, and she's got, there's a lot that goes into that. You're a general back there, but she has those authoritative skills, and she has great communication. And with that type of communication, she's going to be able to lead that way. It will take some time to adjust to the speed of the game.
And you also have Marlus Skavamarka back there,
right,
returning to give you some experience and stability.
Yeah, no doubt, and she will platoon back and forth. We're doing that already with Frankie. Frankie has moved into the middle four. She's in the back four, but she's also come in and played in the central mid position as well. On the right back side, we have Taylor Lumley, who has been a starter for us, and she brings a lot of composure back there and experience. So I think right now that the back line is coming along very nicely. We have a number of other players who can play back there, and we're going to split time with those players, particularly early on, is the time to do it.
I remember you saying that in one of the training camp practices that versatility is key on this team.
Yeah.
The good news at midfield is, let's start with the bad news. The bad news is you lost a lot of people at midfield last year. The good news is it's probably your deepest area for 2017.
It is.
And tell us a little bit about the midfield area.
Yeah, I think in the midfield area, there's no question. I mean, we've lost our midfield line, and we do have a couple who have played in that midfield line. Certainly, Maddie Reed and Maddie Warfel, two players who held starting positions during the year. But we do lose that midfield. And the great thing about this 217 class coming in, even with returners, is that we have depth in the midfield, as you indicated, and that is going to help complement the loss that we had from last year in that midfield, because we continue to cycle and try to rotate them as much as possible, and making them from the beginning, especially early on in their career, make them as versatile as possible. And it's a lot easier when you can cycle through. Last year we didn't sub a lot in that midfield position, so they got a lot of experience, and they didn't need to be subbed, and they were great midfielders, so we were able to do that. But this year it's going to be a different formation, different system, different players. We're designing our system around the clientele we have. So, and as you can see it already, we've got a lot of depth there, so it's going to be competitive, and that's exciting.
Who do you see starting the season in the midfield right now?
Well, we've got like you said, we have a lot of depth right now in that midfield area, but we've got in the midfield Maddie Reed, who is now, she plays between the striker line and in the midline, and she has that versatility to go back and forth in between the game without any loss of her game, and that's what's great about Maddie Reed. Maddie Warfel also, and also we're playing her. She's extremely versatile. We have put her in the backfield. We've put her on the forward line.
Yep.
She's at this point she's going to be in the midfield, probably starting out. But she started on the striker line against Albany. So, and now we're also playing her in the backfield. So she's just, when you have a player that has that type of versatility, I mean that's great to have, and she has experience. Freshman coming into this lineup, Anna van der Boomen. I say
a Dutch,
yes.
Boomen.
Now, Anna, what the great thing I feel, which is has been a little off, is that so she is technically a freshman, but she went to 2 years of higher level education in the Netherlands. So.
But she did not play.
Did not play in
Right.
1 year. So she played in the year, traditionally would be like your first year in college.
Yeah.
She was able to play, but per NCAA new rules,
Yeah.
if it is a 2-year, usually you have to play within 1 year, but if they are still in school and it's considered, they have a higher education, they are eligible, but they can't play in that year. So she, she was coaching and staying involved, but she just comes in with a really great leadership from the start. And being 20 years old, she's got the knowledge, the experience, and she's a very smart player. Because she's been great in that midfield line, and she's pretty much holding down one of the central mid positions. Has a diversity to play in the backfield as well. So she's really stepped up and helped us a lot there.
So 3 Dutch women on the team. We're
Yeah.
not going back to the 90s or 80s.
Yeah, we
But-
do have 3. Moving on to say that we have a number of other midfielders too that are highly capable, and some are getting fitter, some are getting used to the game, and I think it's just going to be a matter of time before we start to really see them explode and come out of their shell a little bit.
Going up on the attack line now, obviously everybody knows we lost Claudia Marin-Sampa, the all-time leading point getter here at Hofstra. Stella Schern
Sure.
finished number 4 in points, 120 points for her career. Obviously those 2 are a big hit, but you do have many options on the
Right.
attack line, right? Starting with
Yeah.
Maddie Sauve, and tell us about the attack line.
Right. Well, Maddie Save is going to be really she's a junior now, and she's been a starting player since her freshman year, and she comes in with the most experience, really, and mainstay on that striker line. Although she could play in the midfield line, and she potentially could be used there too. She's very explosive. She's one of our quickest shooters and has technical skill in the circle. Her role is, we're going to need her really to step up and lead, and this is going to take she's doing that naturally because she does it humbly, and that's the type of player she is, but she's also had to sit behind two very strong, outstanding, 2 of the best strikers at one time. We've had for 4 years. Like, we've had unbelievable players, Jenna Colgard, the Donnie Jensen, all the.
Sure.
We've had players like that, but we now had 2 players in the same year break tons of scoring records, and we're thankful that we had them to. But now, she was playing with them, so now it's her turn to really step up, get out of her shell and open up a little bit. And I think that's going to open up her game because we need her. Like, we really need her. We need her to run that front line. She's doing a great job. We have into that starting lineup is Feline de Wolf, who is also from the Netherlands, who played in the top level hockey over there, and she just comes with a tremendous amount of experience, and she has a great skill set, and she's extremely fit, and she was one of the fittest in all our tests, and she's very fast, and she's a hard worker. It takes some time to adjust to speaking in English during an entire match, and she's coming along, and every day I think she gets a little more confident, and as the season passes, I think she's eventually going to really also come out of her shell too. It helps having Marlos there because she's been the mother as a freshman since she's been here. She's been really helpful.
Okay, season's 48 hours away.
Yeah.
A road trip to Lafayette for a night game Friday night. Both games this weekend, Lafayette on the road and UMass Lowell at home on Sunday at the Hofstra Field Hockey Stadium at noon. I hope to see you all there. What are you looking for the first weekend of the season?
Right. Well, this is we were able to have a scrimmage up at Albany already, so I think that was a great opportunity for us. We played very well against a very high level top 18. I think they're 18 or 17 this year. So we played great against them. So I know we're ready. I think just this is, and we were on the road too, which I think is great. We have 13 home games this year. So what we need to do is be able to play on the road, because eventually we're going to be playing so many games at home. So I'm glad we're doing this early on just to make that adjustment.
And it helps a lot with a young team.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I think the fun thing about it is we're going to Pennsylvania, and 70% of our team are from Pennsylvania. So I think right away, just to get the support of family and friends and you know, some alumni in the area, I think it's going to be very helpful. And so I'm excited we're starting out in Pennsylvania, but you know, we're excited to play. We know we're ready, and we've got a solid lineup that we're going to put in place for the first part of the game. And like I said, I think the great thing is that we do have a lot of depth, and we need to try to platoon as much as we can and get these players playing together in up-tempo. We're experiencing with a lot of different shifts in different positions too, and if we can get a lineup that can really hold a good defensive structure, allow us to attack and be solid, I think that's what our key is to our first competition. Lafayette's a great team. They've got some great players, and they return a lot from last year too. And as far as strength goes too, I mean, they had some losses in graduation, but they're going to be very, very good, and we know it's going to be a good test for us. But you know, early on, we get nothing to lose with this group, and you know, I'm just excited to see how far we can go.
Good luck this weekend.
Yeah, great. Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching the WB Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com.